Is this okay right there? Is that okay right there?
Oh. ¿No español?
No.
A little move is this one. Only maybe one or.
Okay. I'll move to the driveway.
Okay.
Gotta work together, guys. So something's gotta change with my miter saw setup. I've been using a setup like this for pretty much nearly a decade. And while it's gotten me through to this point, I want something better now. I want something with more solid supports this way. And I'm thinking probably like 14 foot each way. So I think I'm gonna build something that's gonna be like 14 foot from the blade that way and 14 foot from the blade that way. That may be overkill. I need to think of something, but what I'm pretty much thinking is some kind of like hinged surface. So you could fold it up and put it in the truck. Then when you open it, it comes out and supports this way. So I've got a lot of thinking to do and figure out, but really for crown, this is really what we've been using, except with the exception of about 6 years ago, I made a video, it's pretty funny, about how you could drill into the original crown stop hole right here. Hi, this is Richard again with DFW Crown Molding. Welcome to my curbside shop here. And I just wanted to make a quick video about the easiest way to cut crown molding on a miter saw. Pretty much you can see what I've done to my saw is there was already a pre-drilled hole here, and then I ripped down this block of 2x4 to match this size. It allows me to drill in, and then you can attach a piece of wood, and that actually works really good. But it's just funny because it just shows that I've been struggling with this dilemma for that long. So it's pretty, I don't know if that's really funny or not, but it's been a long struggle and I need to think of something else. So what I'm going to share with you right now is just a temporary solution to really a crown stop problem. These DeWalt crown stops, they go in here and then they have like a max, I guess, ceiling projection. When you put the crown upside down and backwards, it's called cutting it nested. So it'll come out from the fence of the saw to the crown stop. We got 4 inches. The problem with that is this crown that we're cutting, it's got a 4.5 inch projection on the ceiling and the wall. It's a symmetrical crown. And I'll show you with this piece of scrap. This is an offcut from another job that we'll probably use for a sample on this job. But it's nowhere near flat against the fence right here. And it's definitely nowhere flat against the table or base of the saw. So you can't use the crown stops. And then in another video, I did a, what do you call it when you make threads inside of, I tapped it or something, I don't know, I forgot what it's called. But I threaded a hole to basically move this crown stop. So essentially this hole right here, I just made a replica hole like more this way. And then I could screw the crown stop in there. And then you get way more ceiling projection. And you can move that so you can see how that would work. The problem with that is this metal right here is so thin on the saw that those threads failed pretty fast. I think I had it for maybe a year, and from taking these bolts out so many times, it just failed. So now, just coming up with this last night, this is pretty much my new thing, and this is not going to be permanent. Like I said, I need to think of something way better, but this will work for today, which is great because I definitely need some kind of crown stop to hold this big crown up. So here's what you do essentially, what I've come up with. Breakthrough technology. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this 4.5 inch just wood block and place it right here. Then I've got this big 1x6 of poplar. You could use anything as long as it's a straight edge. And then I'll just place it here so that I'm flush here and here. And then I'm just gonna I'm gonna kind of make this even though. probably about right there. As long as you got support in this area, it's good. Then I'm just gonna take a trim head screw and just go straight in there. And then I can pivot this next side and then flush it up that way. So that's pretty much what we're doing. So my idea of using these trim head screws is they're a really small diameter, and I think I'll be able to not replace this as much. If I was using like a thicker diameter screw, I might have to replace this block sooner. And by the way, I didn't even explain this. This block is just a 1-inch piece of white oak, and I bolted it through this piece over here. Basically what you see here is I just drilled a hole in this and then a hole in the block of wood, and then just bolted that block of wood onto one of these stands right here. And this DeWalt stand is really good overall, but I lose these parts a lot. They just fall off, like literally just fall off, and I lose them. It's just a pain. Like this is long overdue. I gotta think of something. And I know there's people out there that have some good ideas. So I'll probably be researching some of that stuff, see what I can come up with, which works best for me. And I know they make things you can buy, but I kind of want to build something. I have a pretty cool idea. So as long as that's flush, and with that block of wood and just this little jig, now I don't even have to worry about if the crown's gonna be in position, because I know it is. I can just throw it in, go to my miter, whatever I'm doing, make my cut, and then I'm good. So it's pretty cool. And then with this big 12-inch slider, another thing, you gotta be able to push this detent release. So if we go to 45 or even a little bit more, you can still get your thumb under there. So that's why I'm using a 1x6 here, because if you just have it under there, you're not going to be able to push that detent release. So that's my temporary solution to a really long problem that I need to fix. So if you guys have any ideas, leave them down in the comments, because I'm going to be building something for this saw. It's going to be incorporating this DeWalt stand. I'm not changing the stand. You just got to make some kind of outriggers and some material support stands for here. And it's going to be a challenge, because I'm not the guy that likes to just build jigs or build furniture. I like to just buy stuff, but in this case I do want to build this because I feel like I need to make it exactly how I want it, because I know all the problems that this saw and this stand have for me personally. So we're going to get to work, but I thought I would share that because I know there's people out there who struggle with these stands and saws, and I'm one of them. So we'll figure something out, and then we'll give you an update whenever I come up with it. But if you want a temporary fix to a big crown that won't fit with the crown stops, this is a really, really simple, sturdy, solid fix. So hey, thanks for watching this video, and I guess we'll see you on the next one.